Okay. Hi. All right. I'm warning you guys. This video might be long because I'm covering two soaps, and there's a lot to cover on Y&R. There's not too much to cover on B&B, but it still might be a long one. So buckle your seatbelts. All right. B&B. I like it because apparently somebody watches my videos or something, or the general feedback is they don't like Steffi and Finn being all over each other all the time because today it was funny. They had comic relief on there because, well, number one, okay, I gotta go in order. Number one, Carter was present, so yay. Okay, Katie was mentioned, although not present. Although I give her a little bit of a pass because Heather Tom, the one who plays Katie, is a director and a producer of different things. So I guess whenever she gets a project, she has to work. I mean, obviously. So then the directing stuff takes her away from acting. Um, but also, Lawrence and Victor, I've said it before, is a writer for B&B also. So I guess when he's not working acting, he's writing for the show. So okay, all right. So, uh, the big comic relief moment was Steffi and Finn are in the office together, and they're trying to do, trying to get intimate, sort of, but it doesn't work out because they forgot to lock the door apparently. So first Liam busts in, and then and then Carter busts in kind of, and then somebody else. It's like, okay, there are like three chances, and it was like no go. So um, okay, but I don't know. Steffi kind of told Liam. Okay, first of all, Steffi and Finn are the ultimate marriage couple because if you look at what they do and their interactions, like I think they're um, similar to most couples because if you tell one half of the couple, you're basically telling the other half because they talk to each other and stuff like that, and so they tell each other what's going on. So what happened is Steffi was talking to Finn, her husband, obviously, but then Finn just told Liam, well, I know you're having problems with I know you don't like the fact that Thomas and Hope work together. Duh. And I'm going, no. Okay, like marriage confidential, like when you're married, you're supposed to keep some things confidential. And even though your wife didn't say don't say that, it should be explicitly understood. So I don't okay. Um so that was a little bit of a alright. Um Okay, Thomas, a lot of people are behind Thomas, and I am too. Um, because they've done something that I appreciate because they're talking about mental health and they're talking about what happens when you don't handle it, but then they're also talking about what happens when you do handle it. And the fact that Thomas has been really into therapy recently, and apparently he's done a lot of work on himself, and you can see the difference in the character. So I appreciate that. Um, Also, I think it's not a coincidence that May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So, yeah, I'm glad they're talking about it. Okay, over to YNR. Now, this is crazy. Let me just disclaimer, it's going to be crazy because there's a lot of overlap. All right. So, everyone knows by now that Phyllis is not dead, I think. Um, Although they did put in a wrinkle today that I didn't quite understand because they're like, well, apparently there's enough evidence somewhere that can still get Diane convicted. Which I don't know how that's possible. Maybe because Jeremy Stark, but Jeremy Stark is dead. So And I mean really dead. Alright. But okay, so the overlap I'm talking about is the fact that Phyllis's death, quote unquote, is affecting everybody. Because it affects Diane, which affects Kyle, which affects Jack, which affects Ashley, which affects Summer because it's her mother who is supposedly dead, which she and Daniel are the only ones who knows she's not dead. So then that affects them because they have to keep up the secret or whatever because they don't want people rushing to judgment about what really happened here. So I don't know. Which is really funny because, alright, I'm gonna give you some backfacts. I think most of you know, but Y&R Young and the Restless is based in Genoa City, Wisconsin. Okay, and I understand that if you're in Wisconsin, things move a little slower than some other places. I understand this, but the speed of which they do stuff is a little too slow, even for me. Because you have somebody who's supposedly dead but not dead, but they haven't really checked it out. But they check it out enough, or they don't check it out really, but then there's enough whatever that Michael can get Diane off and say she didn't murder her. But apparently there's some evidence that she still could be convicted. So explain that one to me. I don't understand it. Okay. And then I have to say, I have to give, I do this too sometimes. I talk about the best actor for a show sometimes. I have to give it up to Michael Graziadei today because there was a scene where he looked distressed in the coffee shop. And the thing is that Sharon and Chance were talking about it a little bit. And see, Daniel is on the other side of the cafe. And he did this thing, like his facial expression, one facial expression, and you could read it. And you know what's going on in one facial expression. Now, that's what I call a good actor. Because you don't even have to open your mouth and say anything. And as a viewer, you can read and understand right away what the emotion is supposed to be for that character. Alright. Okay, let's see. I think I covered everything. Oh, Nick and Sally and Adam. Oh god, the triangle that never ends. Okay, can we talk about the fact that I want this triangle to end because not only has the story and the plotline been done over and over again with everybody who's a brother, two brothers, and a woman. I've seen it done at least 3 times that I'm aware of, not counting this one. So it's like an old storyline they keep using and using. Okay. Um, which this part is part of speculation for me. Okay, but I think that they're gonna have Adam and Sally get together and actually be engaged at some point. So they have to get Sally and Adam in the same vicinity for that thing to work. So I don't know how they're gonna really pull that one off, but I actually want it to work out with Adam and Sally because number one, they're two misfits that work together. They have the same amount of history so that they understand each other, and there's just something electric between them that just works. Okay, let alone the fact, minus the fact that they're in a real life relationship. Forget that. Okay, even if that wasn't true, you could read the chemistry off the screen. So yeah, I want them to work out. Do I want Nick to be hurt in the meantime? No, but here's a pivotal moment for today. Okay, Adam and Nick are outside, which thank God they have outside shots now. But they're outside, so they get to brass tacks. Okay, Adam says, "I will be there for Sally always because I love her. Can you say the same thing?" So Nick takes a pause and doesn't answer, and then Adam leaves, and the question is not answered. So a person who goes by a person's body language automatically would say the answer is no. But I mean, you can read the chemistry, and the chemistry is just not there between Nick and Sally, or Courtney Hope and Joshua and Mara. I'm not saying they don't have chemistry at all. It's just the chemistry they do have. If it's a little bit, it's like more friends than anything else, and it's not as palpable between them two. So that's what I'm saying. Okay. Like I said, you guys, this one was long, but I covered 2 soaps, and the 1 soap had a lot more stuff. So, okay. Bye, guys.